microphones. Here you go. The name of my idea that I have, every morning that I come down, I go to almost the same coffee shop every day, almost the same thing. I stand in line for 10 to 15 minutes waiting for it. There are days when I want to go out to lunch and I want to go out to the food trucks, and sometimes I give up because the line is just too long. So I'd like to develop an app that could pre-order my coffee as I'm walking into the office in the morning. So I'm calling it Waitless. And the idea is basically there are lots of services and businesses that you just stand in line and wait for. You pay, you leave. There's no reason why we couldn't do it ahead of time. So I'm looking for designers and developers to help me because it's got to be crisp and it's got to be functional. But that's the basic idea. No more waiting in line. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ben. And I really, really want to see Stephen Colbert in person.
That's funny, Ben, because I really want to see Stephen Colbert in person too. The problem is, as a keynote speaker, he costs around $100,000, and we can't afford to split that.
But we can. See, if we crowdsource Stephen Colbert, and hundreds of college students want to see him just like we want to see him, then we can get Stephen Colbert to come to my university.
Wow. That's awesome. Now, the problem is a lot of people see events like this and think, wow, how is this different? How is this, revolutionary? The problem is that the crowd is not put into crowdfunding and crowdsourcing. So what we want to do is create a mobile social application to go alongside crowdsourcing and crowdfunding that allows you to choose the platform, the method, the way that keynote speakers engage with the audience and the nation now. So our product is called Nation Now. And we want to change the way crowdsourcing and crowdfunding interacts with the crowds that they're getting funded. Thank you.
Please, developers, designers, and anyone that thinks differently.
Hey, my name's Ryan. I'm a 21-year-old entrepreneur, and my idea is Space Spark. It's a collaborative space to spark startups. So it's an online platform that leverages the power of the crowd to help entrepreneurs through the startup process. So a problem that I ran into was I have a lot of entrepreneurial ideas, but I don't know if they have value to the greater community. So entrepreneurs will post their ideas in their simplest form, problem and solution, and the community will vote on the ideas, evaluate them, give feedback, and if the idea does have value, the idea will move on to the next stages of the startup process, from building a team, making an actionable plan, to crowdfunding and eventually launch. And that community that showed interest in the beginning will follow them through the process and support them along the way. So I'm looking for designers, developers, and anyone else interested in starting a great startup. It's Space Spark, and I'm ready to spark an idea. Let's do it.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy Nunez, and me and my friend Cameron, who's over there now, we're software developers, and we're looking to liberate the user experience at going to a restaurant. So when you go into a restaurant, especially like say now or tomorrow, it's pretty popular. Say you go to Cheesecake Factory and you're sitting around, you're waiting around, and there are 15, 20 people there before you can't even sit down. You gotta wait 45 minutes. It sucks. You're tethered to this place, and it's kind of uncomfortable. So if you're in a shopping center, if you're in a mall, it'd be nice to be able to walk around. And be notified when your table's ready. That's actually our name, Notified. So what we do is we break the chains to allow you to get past these antiquated pagers, and to be mobile and free, and just know when your table's ready, and we can tell you in real time where you are in the queue. And if you need to cancel, you just cancel. So that's a pain point for the customers. It's a pain point for the restaurants. We've already spoke to the restaurants. It's pretty expensive. They have to replace their pagers every month. So what we're looking for is anyone excited about liberating and improving that user experience, designers, developers, especially marketing people. Notified.
Hello everybody, I'm Jeff Showalter. I'm a startup VC attorney by day. Why should the super rich be the only people that can do empowered shareholder activism? Kind of pisses me off, right? So what I want to build is a platform where micro investor-led ideas are presented, voted, vetted, approved, and then invested and funded. So imagine yourself, you're reading Omnivore's Dilemma, and you realize that Purdue Chicken produces most of the chicken in the States, and it uses practices that are probably unethical. what you can do is present that idea. You can get other folks to accept or vote on that idea, and then you can use the money that you collectively pledge to buy shares and make a meaningful voice for your cause. I'm an attorney, so I'm going to need a lot of help. And so it's the No Collar Fund. Invest in your values.
Hello. I got it. Hi everybody, I'm Kat. I'm a designer in DC, obviously. So my idea is called Poppins. Now I'm going to set a scene for you all, and raise your hand if you have kids. Okay, like 10%, that's about what I expected. So you've got a 2-year-old and you've been thinking about your night out for the past 6 months. It's literally the best, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. No offense to 2-year-olds or anything. And this app that I want to create, it's a mobile app. It's basically a sitter on demand for when your reliable nanny cancels. So you've got referral-based sort of Airbnb rating to rate nannies and then their subsequent families, but basically emergency scenario sitters to come to your house that have been background checked so that you can trust them, and they can sort of swipe their availability based on when they're around, and I'm sort of thinking of it like Uber for sitters. It's called Poppins. Who doesn't love Mary Poppins, right?
All right, so I have a question for you all. I have like 2 questions. How many ideas do we have left? Who still wants to pitch? Round of hands. All right, cool.